Yeah, can you kind of talk about your mindset of, of course, Jay Withers goes down with the, injury and Ruben has the 4 fouls. Just your mindset of, coming into the game?
Second half, just trying to adjust from the first half. I feel like kind of got punked a little bit. So I'm just taking that personally and then just, stepping up and just being fully immersed in the game, playing with like a sense of desperation.
Going off of what you said, adjusting to that and want to play with desperate. How much was it an adjustment dealing with the physicality? Obviously the way that Ole Miss was playing. What was the adjustment there?
I feel like it was more mental, just bringing the fight to them instead of expecting them to hit first. So just hitting first and just playing a lot harder was really the key.
It seemed like you guys have had a lot of games this year where you had the second half comebacks and didn't necessarily come out on top. I guess what spirits those comebacks for you guys, and I guess how frustrating does it become when you make the comebacks and just fall short?
Man, what spirits the comebacks is just like the realization that we're in the position that we're in, and it ain't no way out but to climb out and end the fight. It just sucks that we didn't come out on top this time, but this team had like an incredible amount of like resilience and fight, and I feel like we've shown that all year.
What are some of your biggest takeaways from this year in general? Obviously, end up in the tournament. You had ups and downs, but at the end of the day, you did make it into the tournament. What are your just takeaways from this year?
Throughout like all of the adversity that we had this year, we just stuck with it and just kept fighting. So really, that's kind of just like a life lesson that we all can walk away with. Just like stuff not always gonna go our way. Stuff gonna be hard. We're gonna be down, but it ain't about like how you start, it's about how you finish.
Does this one sting a little more? I mean, you kind of down by 20 and a half and bring it into a one-possession game. Does that?
I mean, a loss sucks regardless. Especially in the tournament, we wanted to keep going. We wanted to keep playing. So. That's all really I can say about that.
Jalen, why do you think they were able to kind of bring the fight to you guys in the first half? Why do you feel like you guys weren't throwing that first punch?
I'm not really sure. We just, weren't, playing as hard, as dialed in the first half. And, we were able to do it in the second half. But, yeah.
What did you like about your performance?
Just like my response in the second half, just playing a lot harder, playing with bigger sense of desperation, being able to just make impactful plays and help us out.
Have you already given much thought about your future? Do you plan on coming back for sure, or is that a decision you're going to make later?
I'm a Tar Heel, that's all I can say about that. North Carolina Tar Heel.
Yeah, that's kind of